So, with the season being 3 days away, it's time to reveal my top 25. And you can see it here, I'm letting everybody see it throughout the video. So, at 25, we have Louisville. You lose Jabari Thrash. You lose Jack Plummer, your two biggest pieces on offense last year, which was a top, not the top 10 unit for offense, but which led to a top 10 team for pretty much the bulk of the year until the very end where they lost three straight. And you replace him with Tyler Shuck, which, you know, he's been around. He's been at Oregon, he's been at Texas Tech, hasn't had tremendous success anywhere. If he does at Louisville, they have talent around them that they're a top 25 team. 24 NC State, I'm high on NC State. That Tennessee game, it's not circled. It's not on a lot of people's radars, but NC State could give Tennessee a big fight. Games in Charlotte also, probably, I assume, going to be a split field. Anyway, they have a really good wide receiver core. Very good. With a very veteran QB who's been here for about 80 years at this point, it feels like. Grayson McCall had so much success at Coastal, and this is his first opportunity at a Power 4 team. This NC State offense is going to be really fun. They're going to be a really fun watch. And watch out for them to potentially win the ACC. 23 Kentucky, I feel like they're kind of just outside everybody's top 25. I really haven't seen them in a lot of top 25s. They're at my top 25. Texas A&M, interesting. I think they're the only team with. No, they're not. But they're the team with the most turnaround outside in this list, outside of maybe Michigan, maybe Florida State as well. You had so much talent transfer out. Walter Nolan, Evan Stewart, more and more and more, and you replace Jimbo's Mike Elko. Big fan of Mike Elko. How is he going to do in year one? I don't know. Texas A&M can finish 12th. They can finish 7-5. Even worse. Kansas, if Jalen Daniels is healthy, they can win the Big 12. Just flat out. 20, Arizona. Top three. We'll go top three quarterback wide receiver duo in the entire nation. Did lose a good amount of talent to when Jed Fischel as for Washington, but not too much. I think it was like 9 players, which is not a horrific, and it's not any of your like really really big players on offense. So Oklahoma State, best running back in the nation by a pretty good amount, honestly. Nolly Gordon and Mike Gundy is the most veteran coach in college football. I didn't fact check that. If he's the longest tenured coach in college football for a team. But he's certainly up there if he's not, but I'm pretty sure he is. This is year 19 or something? It's a ridiculous number. 18, Kansas State. They're always there. They're going to compete for the Big 12 very hard. 17, Miami. Miami has a lot of returning talent. They go out and they have a great portal class. They get the best QB in the portal in Cam Ward. Best running back in the portal in Damian Martinez from Oregon State. And they've been stacking their recruiting classes over the past 2-3 years since Mario Cristobal got there that are good classes. Just the most talent. They just have to. It's just putting it together. It's just not being stupid. It's just if they put the talent together, they're higher than 17. But I don't know if they will. I'm fairly certain they will though this year. 16, Clemson. Cade Klubnik. This all falls on him. If Cade Klubnik plays well, this team can win the ACC, may get a bye in the college football playoffs. Their defense is amazing. It always is. They still have Dabo Swinney. Actually, Dabo's maybe is longer tenure than Mike Hunt. I actually don't know. I'll look it up after this. 15, Tennessee. You have a first-year starter, Nico Imaliava. That's it. It's another thing. It's on him. Their defense is suspect. James Pierce, in my opinion, the best edge rusher in college football. Who's going to play on the other side of him? I don't know. They lost so much. I think they lost it's an absurd amount of snaps that's like 90% of snaps in the secondary that they're losing. And so their secondary suspect. Nico is a great talent. I think he'll have a good year. They have a good wide receiving core. They're going to run the ball well. Their offense, great. Their defense, I don't know. 14, Oklahoma. They have a tough schedule. They're a very good team, but they have a tough schedule. Again, first year starter on Jackson Arnold, former 5-star. Yeah, former 5-star. 13, Mizzou. A lot of talent lost. They still have Brady Cook and Luther Burden though. Well, I mean a lot of talent lost. I mean Cody Schrader. Cody Schrader was probably the best player on offense last year with Brady Cook and Luther Burden. So Utah, maybe this is projecting Utah because would they beat Missouri, Oklahoma, Tennessee, even Miami? Maybe. I'd say I'd lean. They wouldn't be favored in probably any of those games, but I'd lean yes. Cam Rising, we'll see how he plays off the ACL, but one of the most veteran quarterbacks in any of this group and in college football. LSU, they lost a lot of offensive talent. Neighbors gone, Brian Thomas gone, Jaden Daniels gone, but they're still LSU. They're still LSU. Grant Nussmeier, have complete faith in them as well. 10, Florida State. Again, a lot of lost talent, but DJU, veteran quarterback, has had he was not amazing at Oregon State, but he was good at Oregon State. So again, it's another one of those teams. Is like I have no idea how they're gonna play this year, and no team does anybody not know how good they are is Michigan. Michigan can go 8-4. They can go 11-1. That's a big difference. That's the difference between really bad season in terms of Michigan standards and making the playoffs. So we'll see. I'm not like the biggest Alex Orji fan either, and it's just so much lost talent. It's an absurd amount of lost talent, but I'm still gonna have them at 9 for now. Just honestly, out of respect for like what they are. 8, Penn State. I think this 8 through 5 range. I think you can stick anybody. I think you can put Penn State 5. I think Notre Dame can go 5. Bama can go 5. Anyone from 5 to 8 can be switched around in any single position, and I'd be happy with it. I'm gonna go with Penn State at 8 because I think their wide receiving core is suspect. I think they honestly have a top 2, top 3 defense, top 1 defense in college football going into this year. They probably played as the best college defense in the country last year. The only thing is if they can score in big games. Nick Singleton, K-Rod Allen both have to play better last year. They weren't tremendous, especially for how talented both of them are. Drew Aller, good year. I don't think he gets credit for the year he got. He just did not throw for a lot of yards. Only 200 yards per game. He can run the ball though. 29 touchdowns and 2 picks. That's all you need from a Penn State quarterback. 7, Notre Dame. Riley Leonard comes in. Didn't play a good amount of games because of the ankle injury. But when Riley Leonard was quarterback of Duke, they were a top 20 team in the country. They had College game day go to Duke. And it's mainly because of him also. Their defense was really sick too. Same with their offensive line. But Notre Dame's secondary is great. And they've been getting better every year. Maybe not last year. They didn't have a tremendous year last year under Marcus Freeman. 6, I'll go Bama. Again, a team with a lot of turnaround, obviously. But they did a decent job outside of Caleb Downs, Isaiah Bond, of keeping talent. And they got a lot of guys to transfer in from Washington. And then they got Dominic Jackson, too, from USC, which I think he was the number 1 cornerback, probably. Yeah, in the portal. But at 5, I have a lot of faith in Ole Miss this year. 5 maybe rich for a lot. They're 5 in the college football like EA poll, whatever. They're 6 in the AP poll, so maybe I'm not like tremendously high on them compared to others. But their transfer portal class is great. Quinshon Judkins sucks. Ohio State's probably paying him $5 million or $4 million, whatever, an absurd figure for him to come there. CJ Ellingsworth is a good running back, though. He's not like he is a downgrade, but he's not like the worst. Jackson Dart could end up in New York with this offense. Lane Kiffin, great coach too. I really, really like this Ole Miss team. And now the top 4. I think there's tiers in this. I think like there's that 5 through 8 tier. There's that 9 through honestly like 15 tier or whatever, and then there's kind of the rest. But this top 4, I think, is in everybody's top 4. I don't think anybody's arguing that this is not the top 4. 4, Texas. That's what I'm going with. 4, Texas, 3, Oregon, 2, Georgia, 1, Ohio State. Texas, returning quarterback, Isaiah Bonds there to help try to replace the wide receiver core. Thing is, C.J. Baxter just got hurt, which sucks. Not just got hurt. This happened a little bit ago. He tore his ACL. He's out for the year. Oregon, they have the best quarterback wide receiver core in the country. Dylan Gabriel plus Evan Stewart plus Ted Johnson is going to be like such a fun offense to watch. Next, Georgia. I don't have Georgia at 1. I actually think, I'm going to say it, that in terms of talent, Georgia is number 4 out of this group. But it's Georgia. I don't think you really, until they prove that they're not a top 1 program every year, it's pretty much impossible not to put them at 1. But the reason I have them at 2 is because of Ohio. Just Ohio State's talent is so immense. I don't remember a better roster since 2019 LSU. And I can't think of a better roster. Or since, at least. You have Will Howard Will Howard is a weak point of their offense, which is insane because he led Kansas State to a Sugar Bowl, Big 12 championship. That's a weak point. You have the best running back duo in the country. You arguably have you could say you have like the 2nd and 4th best running back in the country, 2nd or 5th best when you have Travion Henderson and when you have Quinshon Judkins. Their wide receiver core, they kept Ibuka, and their offensive line is good. They got Caleb Downs in the transfer portal. They kept Denzel Burke. They kept their entire defensive line pretty much from last year. It's insane to think about like how good Ohio State is. It's like impossible for me not to put them 1, but this is the year. They have to do it this year. So this is my poll. Thank you all for watching. Discord's never coming to you.